everybody, I am Alphabird. Hopefully everything ran smoothly there because, yeah, I'm introducing all the new graphics and intros and stuff, and it's, well, it'll take some time before I get into the groove, I think. The dog is here to say hello, and we've got another Steel Division 2 charity tournament match today. It's going to be a good one, and you can perhaps see a name in the right-hand corner. I'm sure it'll be on the playlist already, but yeah, we have Gonzo versus ElBowser, so I'm sure this will be a fantastic 1v1 game, and this is all in the aid of charity. Action Against Hunger. This is the Steel Division 2 charity tournament, and I'm filming this sort of Sunday morning, so we might have had more money raised by them, but so far $492.87 raised for Action Against Hunger. And if you guys want to donate, there'll be a link in the description. And if you do donate as a result of watching one of my videos and hearing about it through that route, then drop a comment down or let me know in the Discord. The dog trying to get you to donate here with us, please. Right, sorry about that. Let's have a look at the decks. Let's just jump in and have a look at the decks. I can't remember. My train of thought was distracted by the doggo. So we have Gonzo today on the left-hand side playing the 50-second Sekirungs. I think this is the first time we're getting the 50-second Sekirungs in a competitive 1v1 cast on the game. So that will be nice to see. Yeah, I mean, it should be, because this is a Burning Baltics patch and game. So yeah, it should be. In terms of the division, when we've got 99 units of infantry, we've only got 9 tanks, Panthers. We've got a couple of Panthers in the recon tab as well, so that's what, 12 Panthers. 12 Panthers for ElBowser to go through, although this map, Ocean North, isn't... It's got some decent sightlines in the center, but the north and south, I guess once you get onto the once you get onto the hills, the enemy opposing hills, and you can shoot down onto the reinforcement roads, that is kind of some decent sightlines for, you know, for some Panthers to enjoy. But yeah, there's a lot of short range action as well, so those Panthers could be a expensive burden for Gonzo. We'll have to see how he does with them. I mean, he is one of the best, if not very best, player at the game, so I'm sure it'd be good to see his micro of those Panthers. He is playing balanced today. I don't really know the infantry well enough to talk about the difference between the infantry units. I know there are a lot of standard sort of infantry units, but because of the Lithuanian connection, there's a lots of different names for the units, so I can't exactly go through exactly which units are better than others, but in-game we'll be able to see the weapon loadout, so I can talk about that. Interesting to see the Feldjäger. Oh wait, yeah, these are the 4, I think, is it, yeah, the 5-man squad, but one of them's got like a sniper rifle, so they'll be in a B phase, 15 points. That's a pretty good unit. Only a single card though, so I don't feel like it's too strong. I don't mind them being like unique units that are definitely strong for the price, but if they're just on only a very few divisions, like 1 to 3 divisions, and there's only a single card of them, who cares? That's part of it being a unique division. That's part of the way that I like Steel Division 2 having a division system in that sense, so that you don't see every single German division with a Feldjäger card in it. A bit like on Wargame, you know, on Wargame, you know, every Russian division will have a KA-52 or something. It's kind of like, whereas only certain divisions, if there is an equivalent, would have a KA-52. I kind of like the way that Steel Division 2 does it. Anyway, enough about that. Let's move over to the right-hand side. We'll talk about ElBowser. He's playing the 5th Cavalieri Motorizata. He is a specialist Romanian player, not a Romanian, but a player of the Romanian divisions. He knows them inside out. He is fantastic at those divisions. So, I mean, me personally, if I was facing Bowser, I'd probably ban both the Romanian divisions, but I'm not going to be facing him anymore, except on the odd occasion that I get destroyed by him in quick play. Yeah. But the Romanians, I guess they've got 12 Panthers to go through. They've got the Ju-87D3 in Phase B for the cluster Stuka plane. They've also got some Stug 3Gs, but they've only got 5 of them. They are very limited on tanks themselves. The Rosita gun in the anti-tank tab is definitely going to be able to do the job. Again, only 4 of them. So could those Panthers overwhelm the Romanians? I guess it's possible. There's going to be some close range infantry AT equipment as well that could come into play. Both these players are very good with those units. And look at the artillery tab. This is one of the reasons why the Romanians can be very strong. Those 60mm mortars in the artillery tab, 12 of them. I'm not going to say anything more about that. Right, let's head into the game. Or we'll try to. Hopefully I can get things right. And we'll get the action going. And you know what? I forgot to change the channel alert. So Leo Peru, you get an extra one. So thanks very much, new channel member Leo Peru. And yeah, if you're interested in joining the channel members, getting yourself some perks such as alerts and thank yous and videos and so on and so such, and early access to videos is one of the main ones, then hit that join button next to the subscribe button in YouTube. Quick recap, on the left hand side should be Gonzo, but I can't switch things around. So on the left hand side in blue, we've got ElBowser playing Maverick Income on 5th Cavalry Motorizzato. On the right hand side in red, we have Gonzo playing the 52nd Sekirlungs on Balanced Income. So Gonzo definitely changing to a balanced play style right now. And ElBowser going for Maverick. Changing from Vanguard, which I think was particularly strong, got nerfed. Look at this huge push from Gonzo with all of these infantry units into the center. We'll have to see whether ElBowser can hold against that push. And look at the south, no action there. Both players taking up positions. Pack 40 into the center. Going to be using its HE gun. This 5V, I think, was in range, yeah, to go down to the anti-car PTRD rifle or equivalent anti-tank rifle unit. Up north, it looks like that's where Bowser's making his main play with the ElBowser armored cars, forcing back Gonzo's units for now. The IAR-37 recon plane with the 1250 kilogram bombs coming down low, takes out the leader unit. So removing the veterancy from Gonzo, making his infantry perform worse. And the machine guns trying to fire on these infantry units as they're pushing over the open ground, trying to capture territory. Finally, one of them pinned down, being helped out from the MG34s on the ridge line. And they are pinned down, and Gonzo should move forward, yeah, to destroy or surrender the remaining units. Just one Pioneer, Caleri left in there. There is a Grancieri and another machine gun in the church tower, but that's being hit by the Pack 40 at longer range, although it looks out of line of sight because it's in the church tower. It's at higher position and does get fired upon. The Pack 36 37mm, which I think has the heat shells, yes, did get taken down there at close range by the ElBowser. Here we see it in action. Gonzo has the AP shells turned on. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I guess the range was just out of range of the heat shells there, being 750, whereas the main AP shell was 1000, and they are half tracks, so the main AP shell will do much better here. Another IAR-37 on the way with those bombs. You can see them just under the wings here. Really nice to see the biplanes in action, and 3 men in that plane. Is that really what happened in real life? Did they have a bomber guy? Oh, wait, one of them's commanding the lower gun. One of them's commanding the lower gun in there. I think he's going after the Pack 40. Yeah, there's a lower belly gun lock. He's going after the Pack 40 here. He's on the way in, diving down, about to release the bombs. Here they go. Yeah, and he gets the kill. No AA from Gonzo in yet, and the biplane makes it all the way to the front and even circles around before heading home. Here are the mortars in action, and look at the power of those mortars. I'm sure they'll be on smart orders because it's very efficient to do that. You know, it is just very efficient to do that. So no judgment. I will Limit won't do that if I get those Romanian 60mm mortars. They are really good at such close range to be able to hit the targets very efficiently, very fast firing, 27 rounds a minute, very pinpoint accuracy because of the close range and the nature of the mortar shell. They can do some fantastic damage, but more so suppression, and enable your troops to push forwards unopposed. Down in the south, looks like Bowser's pushed forwards with his pioneer assaults that he had in earlier. Did defeat some of Gonzo's units down here in this compound and is making a play in the south. Bowser up 14-10. Another 60mm mortar here in the south. Unfortunately, this time the infantry have moved. The pioneer assault, 1 on 4 or 5, is not going to be able to hold for very long. Focke-Wulf 190 F8 up north. That's going to try and help out Gonzo against the Rosioro. Pretty bad pronunciation, but yeah, I like to give it a go anyway. And Bowser's now 59 up. Very good with these Romanian divisions and using the income to his advantage right now. I mean, not even that. 5 minutes into the game, he has 10 points extra, only 100 points over the course of the game. I guess definitely showing his skills here. Bowser is a fantastic player at this game. I think in Division 2 this season, but will be up to Division 1, I'm sure. And showing his skill against Gonzo today as we watch another IAR 37 head in. And I'm not sure whether he's going for the Tar Vidas or the Pack 36-37. Looks like the 37. By the way that the plane dived down there. Does get the kill, but immediately goes down to the Focke-Wulf 190 F8 from Gonzo. Looks like the Rosoria... No, I thought they might be pushing forwards there. They have captured the flag from the Tar Savanorio. And I think the Rosoria will be able to win that engagement thanks to the extra LMGs they have on that squad. So Gonzo's push into the centre bought him some time, but he's definitely lost all of those units. He's now 59 down, has 14 minutes left on the game. In comes the F8 to try and stop the push forwards. The 60mm still getting involved here, now hitting the Tar Vidas with those mortar shells. Not doing too much damage. Here comes an ME-109 G6 R6 to try and strafe some infantry and provide some fighter cover. Not 100% sure about that choice, but it will help against the IAR-37s if another one of those decides to come in. Gonzo's pushed out of the forest and falling back over the open ground. Those units are going to get destroyed by the Romanians as they take up positions on the edge of the forest. So 59 for Gonzo. Here's the IAR-37, but I think the ME-109 G6R6 should route over there and get the kill against that IAR. Here it comes in. Will it stop the bombing strike, though? Yes. Nice kill there. Ooh, and lands right next to that Rosoria unit. Now a Hotchkiss on the way, so Bowser investing in those Hotchkisses. A very powerful unit. Again, a very powerful unit. The Tar Vidas being hit by the 60mm are now out of HE shells. And Gonzo's making a bit of a pushback on the south, recapture the flag back to 13-11, but the Pioneer Assault also kind of re-established frontline control. If Gonzo does push north with these little units, pocket of units here, is able to take them out, especially with the help from the ME-109 G6R6, then he should be able to close off that pocket and get control of the flags down here in the south. Strafing runs from the aircraft, definitely helping out on the infantry, pinning them down and allowing his own infantry just to pick up the kills there. And this pocket of territory control should slowly close. ElBowser ordering in reinforcements. We got an IAR-80M on the field. This could be an interesting engagement between the ME-109 G6R6 and the IAR-80M. Gonzo pulls this one back. Will Bowser get on the back with that IAR-80M? I think Gonzo's trying to get out of there. The Pack 40 goes down there to something. Probably just the infantry moving over the way. Gonzo, I think, is going to try and 2-on-1 now with the Focke-Wulf 190 F8 and the G6R6. Then the Focke-Wulf going in for the attack onto the infantry. Will he vector onto that plane? I think the ME-109 G6R6 is out of the picture here. He's going to go 1-on-1. IAR-80M on the way. There is a Hotchkiss into position as well, firing on that Focke-Wulf, but the Focke-Wulf turning back. Will Gonzo be able to evac that plane? He certainly keeps it far enough away. Now ElBowser doesn't want to stray over enemy lines. ME-109 G6R6 starts to head towards that IAR-80M as well, but Gonzo thinks better of it. Does have both the ME-109s on the field now, so very tense environment here in the skies between these two players. There's a machine gun just heading back past the forest controlled by Bowser. Not sure whether he can spot that unit. He is actually in a position to spot it. I think the MG gun actually got sight of that unit there as he drove by. So Gonzo might be alerted to presence if he was paying attention at the time. 4 squads of Rosario come in to the forest there. But both players kind of taking over the enemy's forest positions. I think Gonzo would be better off because he can park a Panther up on this kind of position, which is kind of better than parking a Stug up, if that makes sense. But I don't think either player is kind of thinking about that. It's all infantry right now. Neither of these players really investing too heavily in vehicles. It's just full infantry. It's just infantry everywhere. Just how many squads of infantry do we have on the field right now? Both of these players are incredibly skilled Steel Division 2 players, so they can certainly handle the micro. But I've got to say, I think I would struggle with this amount of units on the field right now. And looking back, watching a video recently put out by Rangru, Steel Division 44 cast, noticeable difference in the number of... I mean, down here in the south is probably equivalent number of units on the field to what a Steel Division Normandy 44 entire game would have, especially with a whole column of AB Horsers on the way into the battlefield right now. I do love these sounds. These games. Back to the action. Focke-Wulf 190 F8 comes in to strafe the Rosario and the Hotchkiss. Are they going to pick up a surrender? They're just going for the kill. The IAR follows that Focke-Wulf. But Gonzo doesn't have any actual AA. Just investing in fighters and aircraft for now. 60 mils back in on the action. Not many shells left in that mortar. Just at the moment, the Gran Sierra does have the sniper on that. The ZB-24 IOR sniper rifle trying to help out the Rosario. This Hotchkiss is not having a good time killing that unit, but yeah, definitely different to the other. I mean, it's a substantial caliber bullet, but I think personally HMG's doing more suppression than killing damage. Might be better for the game. But definitely what I'm kind of thinking is not in parity to other machine guns, I guess, is where I'm kind of mentioning that. Why I was kind of mentioning that point. So the Hilfs Spolizzi, which I believe are probably police units, somebody will have told me, but I'm terrible, are joined at least up north by the Feldjäger. I think he could have used a Feldjäger unit down south here, rather than using 3 of them up north together. ME109 G6R6 finally going to strafe down that sniper rifle and help out the Hotchkiss. Although they did only lose 1 unit from the sniper rifle attacking there. Oh, now the 60mm mortar getting involved, but not... Well, the Glacier is going to get saved, but it has lost the position. Alpha Panther D onto the field. Will be able to capture those AB Horsch. Or counter those AB Horsch. All of these vehicles here from ElBowser won't capture the front line because they're recon vehicles. So that is something to note at least. And Bowser does have a Bofors down south now as well. So he is... And he's got himself an 18-6. Triple tick against Gonzo. Mostly thanks to, well, the north, well, everywhere apart from even the south now. Even the south. Bowser's beating Gonzo in the south now. 21-3 to ElBowser versus Gonzo. And 5 minutes left on the clock. Can Gonzo turn it around? He does have balanced income. We are 15 minutes into the game, but we've still got 5 minutes of Maverick income. And it's just troops pouring into the battlefield. Where are the Romanians getting all of these troops from right now? But yeah, they're pouring in as the Alpha Panther D was quite an expensive purchase, but will at least be the biggest gun on the battlefield. The Focke-Wulf strays over the Bofors to try and get the IAR kill. There's a couple of ME109s in here. They're not exactly engaging... I don't understand why that plane was going off in that direction. Here comes the Ju-87D3 to try and take down that Panther. There is the ME109 G6R6. Gets the kill possibly onto the IAR. No, the wing damage is all it can manage. Focke-Wulf not concentrating on the Ju-87. I don't know if Gonzo's seen it. He's now seen it. Vectors the ME109 onto it. Oh, will he get the kill? No, he doesn't get the kill. Will the Ju-87 make it to get the kill onto the Panther D? I think it will. Here it goes. Oh, does get the Panther D kill. And the ME109 goes down to the IAR 80M as well. And will the second one go down here? Ooh, Bowser may well get full control of the skies, and certainly taking down that Panther is a big kill. The Gonzo goes after that Ju-87. He wanted revenge, but the Bofors prevents that, and down goes both ME109s. Bowser full control of the skies and full control of the ground right now. 21-3, 1 minute left on the clock, and Gonzo is going to lose to ElBowser in the charity match and actually gets his spawn taken off him. When was the last time that happened to Gonzo in a competitive 1v1 game? I am unsure. Certainly I'm not sure whether that's ever happened on my channel before. So Bowser really showing his skill here, and I fully expect to see him in Division 1 of Steel Division League next season. What more is there to say? 1 minute left on the clock, and Bowser is just clearing up the remnants of Gonzo's units, who orders in an Alpha Panther D, a very expensive unit, when you've only got 1 minute left on the clock. I'm not even sure whether that unit will make it to the front line. Here comes the Focke-Wulf 190 F8. Desperately trying to clear out some infantry. Okay, let's just back away. He's trying to get on that IAR 80M, but unfortunately wasn't able to do so. But it wasn't able to swoop in and get the kill either. 5 seconds left on the clock. ElBowser picks up the victory. Congratulations to him. Commiserations to Gonzo. 17 minutes, 47 seconds. 1,930 kills to 1,385 losses. Interesting, Gonzo's changed his picture. Let's have a look at the... In fact, no. Before we do that, reminder, this is all in aid of charity. for Action Against Hunger. Let's work out what we're going to donate based on this game. Remember, 1 cent for every point difference in kills to losses. So 1,930 kills, 1,385 losses. That is a difference of 545. So $5.45 donated to charity from myself. And thank you to both players for taking part in the Steel Division 2 charity tournament. Hopefully you enjoyed the game. Hopefully both players enjoyed the experience. And these players, no stranger to competitive play, though. But I think some others in the community taking part in the tournament, it might be a first one for them. There is a link in the description for if you want to donate yourselves. If you do donate as a result of seeing the video, then drop a comment down below and I can try and keep track and release a post later on the community page. And yeah, it's all for charity. It's all good. Hopefully I'm making sense. Let's look at the kills for ElBowser. The IAR-37 started thing off pretty well. I don't know the cost of that. I didn't quite catch it when it was on screen. But I know these recon biplanes don't cost a lot. So taking out a pack 40 is definitely a positive result in terms of kills losses. But those IAR-37s were pretty strong, actually. I quite liked seeing them in action. You know, the return of the biplanes, it's nice to see. The 60mm mortars, taking out just one Panzerbücher 39 there with that unit, taking out a MG34 with that unit, taking out a sniper with that unit, and mortars just very strong when paired with those smart orders and of 60mm 2-star caliber. Yeah, very strong. What else do we have to mention, really? The Light Grenadiers, very strong infantry units. Wasn't quite aware the cavalry motorizzato got access to those. They are very strong infantry. And certainly, you know, picking up a few kills here. The AB Horsch came in and, yeah, picking up a few kills as well. Bowser certainly enjoyed using those in columns. And the Bofors did pick up the ME-109 kill. Oh, it was a Focke-Wulf 190 F8 that went down to the IAR, not the second ME-109. And the Ju-87 D3. That was a really fantastic moment. I enjoyed that because Gonzo, it felt like Gonzo didn't quite notice the unit in time when he brought his Focke-Wulf in to hit that bombing strike. I think if he had, he would have just head-oned against the Ju-87 D3, and then it got caught. I think it was the ME-109 that got behind it but didn't quite kill the Ju-87, and then it managed to get through and kill the Panther D. That was just such an amazing moment. I really enjoyed that. That was fantastic to see. Let's just have a quick look over Gonzo's kills. The Focke-Wulf 190 F8 doing a good job to help out his infantry, but I think he was overwhelmed by the numbers on the ground, which suits the income for ElBowser versus Gonzo. The Avkler Panther D, oh my days, did get a couple of AB Horsch kills, but yeah, that nowhere near pays itself off, does it? Oh, that was a definite negative loss for Gonzo. Hopefully we enjoyed the game. Check out the link in the description to the Action Against Hunger page and donate if you can. Only if you can afford to do it. Yeah, only if you can afford to do it. I can't afford to donate much, unfortunately, this time. Last time, I think the channel, we donated around about $300-ish. I think I was around about half of that, but I had a lot more cash back then. I have nothing in my bank account as of the recording of this video. So yeah, we're not unfortunately able to donate a huge amount, but we will make some donations. I think it was $7.40 from the previous match and $5.45 from this match. Doing a little bit, doing what I can, I guess. thanks very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the game, and hopefully perhaps next week I will bring some more charity games. I think it's going to be this is going to be all for this week, but yeah, hopefully next week we'll get some more charity games and some more games from the Burning Baltics patches. I'm going to try and get the Steel Division League Division 2 final or a game from that up as well at some point, but I don't believe that's been played yet, and I think Division 4 is yet to play as well, so we might get a couple of those or a game of that left, and then it's kind of just be a waiting game for season 6 of the Steel Division League. I guess I'm sure we'll have more on the channel, and hopefully you're enjoying the videos. Leave any comments down below, and you know, feel free to jump into my Discord as well. And if you want to be a channel member to support me make videos and you know, improve the channel, then hit that join button. Check out the perks that you can get access to, especially early access to videos, and join. I guess. Thanks very much for watching. I am Alpha Bird. Good night.